Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead, and today I have something a little different for you. This is a grocery haul, but it's a special grocery haul because it is, next week is VBS. And so my kiddos I'm going to be splitting my kids up. The oldest three will be staying here because they have either aged out or are not interested in going. And then I will be taking the youngest two, and we live about a 35-minute drive from the church. So when I take the little ones, we have to leave here at 5:15, which is like an hour and a half earlier than they're used to eating dinner. And so what we have done in the past is that I will bring something that they eat on the way to church, something light dinner-wise, like a half of a lunch meat sandwich and some chips and some apple slices. Like kind of a mild dinner. They are 8 and 5. And then on the way home from I keep wanting to call it youth group. On the way home from VBS, they get a snack at VBS, and then I give them a heavy snack on the way home. So something like a banana and a cheese stick, or an applesauce squeezy pouch, and some like meat sticks, or something along those lines. So something heavy on the snack side of things. And then the other issue is that my 3 big kids will be staying home. So they will need to fend for themselves for dinner. So I needed to provide them with some things that were fairly easy to make and that were also decently well-rounded. Even though it's probably going to be slightly more junky than normal. So that's what this haul is. I already did my grocery haul, and I've posted that one already. So this one is the things that I purchased with the intent of having it for everybody to eat for VBS. Except for me, I have no idea what I'm eating. I have not thought that much through. No, it's fine. I'll just eat normal food. Sorry, I'm trying to get this open. So I was going to show you, I kind of made this little menu, and I've thought of some other things to add to it. Things that they can use for a main dish, and then things that they can use for a side dish. So the main dishes: mac and cheese, PB&J, lunch meat sandwich, ramen noodles, hot dogs. I also got corn dogs, brats and burgers, breakfast for dinner. I think I'm going to add cheese quesadillas on here because that's something that all 3 of them know how to make. And then side dishes, I am going to make a relish tray and have veggies and dip. They can have apple slices, cottage cheese, salad, potato chips, dill pickles. I also have some refrigerator pickles that I've made, fresh fruit, canned fruit, a yogurt cup. And then I feel like those are all, by the time that they get that done, it's a decent, well-rounded meal. So at least they're getting in some fruits and veggies and some protein and whatnot. So let me show you what all I picked up to make that happen. So first things first is I had the 2 little ones with me, and they talked me into all the chips for some reason. And that's fine because we have very few chips in the house, and it's not something I normally buy, so these are going to be a treat. So they were like, why don't we do these small bags? And I was like, oh, that does make sense because they can take those in the car. And the big kids, then I know that they're getting a serving of chips instead of digging into a bag and getting a bunch. I did pick up corn dogs. I'm not sure whether this is something that they will use for that or whether we will just do it as lunch one day. There are 6 corn dogs in here, and so I have 5 kids. So the oldest 2 usually split the extra one. It's not like the most filling, amazing lunch. We add things to it, but good enough. Some moo tubes. I figured that was something that the little 2 could have in the car. And not make a huge mess of. I will be able to take a cooler and keep things cold while we wait as well. Thing of cottage cheese as a side dish, the French onion dip. All they had was Dean's brand. They did not have Aldi brand, and I hope they're not getting rid of Aldi's brand because we all like it, and it's cheaper. The bratwursts and the burgers, I will go ahead and cook those ahead of time and just have them in the refrigerator and ready for them to just heat up and eat. And then I did pick up a couple of sweet treats for them to have at home. They will be able to pick one thing in the evening as just a special treat. So there is a thing of ice cream sandwiches. Ice cream. It's not even ice cream at this point. Like I said, some chicken nuggets, some boxed mac and cheese, and I splurged and got the shells and cheese because I know my oldest loves those, prefers those. And I would say, yeah, there's 3 servings per container, so they would be able to finish off an entire box. But they could do like this and hot dog and have a slightly more well-rounded meal. Cheese sticks is something that I can take and the little ones eat on the way home. Hot dogs, these I will not cook. They can just microwave them. Some cheese slices for sandwiches and lunch meat for sandwiches. I am going to bake loaves of bread for the lunch meat sandwiches and the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But I also picked up a thing of Hawaiian rolls because I thought for the little ones, being able to make like little hand-sized lunch meat sandwiches would probably be easier for them and be less messy in the car. It wouldn't be as crummy, leaving crumbs all over the vehicle. So I will save these back for them because I know they will probably each have 2 sandwiches per evening. So yeah, like I said, some of this, whatever we don't use is just going to get used for later days. Some cookies for a sweet treat. Yogurt cups will be for at home. As a side dish option. I'm not going to take yogurt cups in the car with the little ones. They can do the little moo tube things. We also picked up some Stackers chips. These were on sale like a discount because they do not have the plastic lids on them. But I will tell you now, if I feed all of my kids these, we will go through an entire sleeve easily in one setting. So there won't be any leftovers to put a lid on. Cheese puffs was what my 5-year-old picked out chips-wise, and then the 8-year-old picked out the caramel rice cakes. Hot dog and slightly smushed hamburger buns for the hot dogs and hamburgers, and possibly brats if they want their brat on a bun. Meat sticks is something that we can do for the little kids on the way home, as well as packs of raisins. Jelly for the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And yes, I know, store-bought jelly. Oh my goodness. I have not bought jelly in forever because I normally make it, but I just haven't had the stuff to make it. This was a special request from the 8-year-old on a snack that he would like to have on the way home. I let them each pick a box of protein bar, granola bar type items. So that's the 2 things that they picked. And then a box of the squeezy pouches. And I don't know whether I think I'm just going to make it to where, hey, I'm packing this snack and maybe like plan it out, like write out, okay, Monday we're having this snack and this meal. Tuesday we're having this snack and this meal, so that they don't have a say in what they're having per se, but that we're trying to keep it well-rounded on getting something good in, because then like I can give them apple slices, or I could give them banana. They could have, they can do some fresh veggies, that kind of thing. That we'll just do like paper bowls and use that. So that's stuff that I already have on hand. I have ramen noodles already on hand. Yeah, I think that's everything that I needed that I already had. So, okay, that is round 1. I'm going to go especially put this cold stuff away, and then I'll show you the fruits and veggies that I picked up as well. Okay, fruits and veggies, and just so you know, I have created a special drawer in the refrigerator for the things that the kids are not allowed to touch, and I have all of the things like the chips and stuff in a special bag so that the kids don't get into those, because everybody knows that if you bring it in the house, they're going to eat it. So, all right. Like I said, a reminder again, some of this will just be for here at home, but some of this will be for taking with us. So, the kiwis was a special request because we have not had kiwis in a long time, and at least most of my kids like them. I do not, but that's okay. Oranges is something that I can take with us in the car because it would be a quick and easy. I can just peel it and throw it in the bowl. Apples are the same way. Plus, I am needing to make muffins for breakfasts, and I have a really good apple muffin recipe. So I need to make more of those. Cherries was a special request from my oldest daughter. They are her favorite fruit, hands down. And when they have them on sale at Aldi, I go ahead and pick them up. A watermelon, my kids have been asking for months if we can have a watermelon, but I refuse to not buy them in season. So they're finally in season and a decent price. I think it was $4.99 max. So not awful, and they will eat the entire thing. Plus, then the chickens will eat the rind. So grapes as well. I doubt these will make it to next week. It is Friday, and VBS doesn't start until Sunday. We may end up just eating those beforehand, but if there are any left, but my kids will eat an entire bag in one day. So, you know, the problems of having a big family. Peaches are a huge favorite among everybody. I know we still have plums, and then if you watched the grocery haul, I picked up a bunch of bananas, bunches of bananas. So the other thing that I am going to do is I bought one of these Tupperware relish trays from a yard sale for like next to nothing. And I'm going to go ahead and make this up for the big kids and then for me to snitch out of for next week as well. So we will do cucumbers, carrots, cherry tomatoes, radishes, bell peppers, and something else. Oh, cucumbers. And then I think that container of dip will probably just sit right there. If it doesn't, I can either put something else in there or I can move the dip into there. I probably won't, though. There's no point in me washing something if I don't have to. Although I have to wash the rest of the tray anyway, but you know. So that's what most of this is for. Carrots, or these whole carrots, are just for eating on. The baby carrots are for those snacky things. We also have to do lunch, which is going to be snacky lunches like normal, so relish tray things. Broccoli, 2 cucumbers. Our cucumbers are starting to set on out in the garden, and I'm so stellar excited for that. Lettuce. I'm going to chop up some lettuce, and salad can be an option if they want it on their sandwich, those kind of things. Cherry tomatoes, once again, so ready for real cherry tomatoes, and ours are setting on, so this should be the last of the cherry tomatoes that I purchased for a long time. And then zucchini. I need to actually go check those. I haven't checked those in a few days to see how they're doing, so we may actually have some ready. But I think that is everything. So hang on just a second. I go find my receipt. All right, so our total for what should be about 2 weeks worth of groceries, including one weird one, is going to be $374.98. So $375 almost exactly. So yeah, I feel like we did okay. Give or take. Obviously, there's a lot more convenience foods in there that normally we do not buy, or that we just don't eat this much of, by way of like the hot dogs and the corn dogs, the chicken nuggets, those kind of things. So, but also I know I bought more than what they will eat over that week span, knowing full well that we'll just use it sometime else. So, all right, it is now 1:20 in the afternoon and my kids haven't had lunch yet. So I am going to go put this stuff away and then make lunch for them, and then I'm going to go crash for a while because we've also been tent camping in the backyard for 3 nights, and I don't sleep good as is, and I really don't sleep good in a tent. So I've been awake since 4 o'clock this morning, that I officially like woke up and never did go back to sleep. So yeah, Mom's tired, so we're going to go put this stuff away, and I may go lay down and take a nap. So, all right, I had thought about next week. Let me know if you want me to film this. I was thinking next week I would show what I pack for the little two for the meal on the way there and then the snack on the way home. To give you ideas, because maybe you're going to do something similar with VBS. Maybe you have where you have a doctor's appointment and your kid needs to eat lunch on the way there and a snack on the way home because it's an hour away. Or maybe you have co-ops that you go to, or whatever. I don't know. Maybe this is just something that you could get some inspiration for on trying to not fix the same things over and over and over again. I'm going to really try to mix it up on what they have so that it doesn't get boring. But let me know if that's something you're interested in, because that would be a neat, fun one to film that would be fairly easy. So it would be Sunday evening, Monday evening, Tuesday evening, Wednesday evening, and then Thursday is the party that they throw at the end of it, and they will be providing, usually they do like hot dogs, popcorn, we have an icy machine, they have a cotton candy machine, like they do all the chips and whatnot, so, and then they do like water slides and stuff, so it's fun. So yeah, but let me know. I may end up going ahead and videoing that just because I feel like that might be helpful for someone. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people learn, help people make good choices, show people the things that work for us because maybe they'll work for someone else, because I have gleaned so much information over the years from YouTube, from things like we have fixed vehicles, we have fixed dryers, we have fixed all manner of things, but also just how to grocery shop for a large family, how to grocery shop on a budget, how to grocery shop where you don't go to the grocery store once a week or even multiple times a week. I still watch a lot of large family, budget friendly, those kind of things. So, all right, anyway, I'm rambling. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.